5 things you missed at the Emmy Awards, including Parton, Tomlin, Fonda 9 to 5 reunion. Handmaid's Tale and Veep were big winners at Sunday's Emmy Awards, picking up Best Drama and Comedy Series, respectively. Here's what else you need to know from TV's biggest night. 1. The stars of 9 to 5 have a sweet, politically charged reunion. Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin reunited on stage to present the award for Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series or Movie to Alexander Skarsgard for HBO's Big Little Lies. The actresses behind the 1980 workplace comedy made the most of their time together, making presumed digs at President Trump. Back in 1980, in that movie, Fonda said, "We refuse to be controlled by a sexist, egotistical, lying, hypocritical bigot," she said, quoting the film. And in 2017, Tomlin added, "We still refuse to be controlled by a sexist, egotistical, lying, hypocritical bigot." 2. Donald Glover, Lena Waithe make history. Glover picked up 2 awards, Best Actor in a Comedy Series and Best Directing, for his FX comedy Atlanta, making him the first black man to win in the latter category. Waithe similarly made the history books as the first black woman to win Best Comedy Writing Award for her Thanksgiving episode of Master of None's second season, which depicts a gay woman coming out to her family. More, Stephen Colbert opens strong as first-time Emmy host. More, what Emmy voters got right, and wrong. The things that make us different, those are our superpowers, Waithe said, acknowledging the LGBTQ community. Every day when you walk out the door, put on your imaginary cape and go out there and conquer the world, because the world would not be as beautiful as it is without us in it. 3. Alec Baldwin makes an impassioned plea for the arts. Saturday Night Live picked up 4 Emmys Sunday, including Outstanding Variety Sketch Series, Supporting Actress, Kate McKinnon, and Supporting Actor, Baldwin, and racked up 9 including last week's Creative Arts Ceremony, the most of any show. Baldwin, who made headlines portraying President Trump last season, used his time at the podium to pointedly stress the importance of the arts, after Trump proposed cutting funding for the National Endowment for the Arts earlier this year. And backstage, he said he was a conduit for the world's pain. "I always remember when someone told me that when you die, you don't remember a bill that Congress passed or a decision the Supreme Court made or an address made by the president," Baldwin said. "You remember a song, you remember a line from a movie, you remember a play, you remember a book, a painting, a poem. What we do is important, and for all of you out there in motion pictures and television, don't stop doing what you're doing. The audience is counting on you." 4. Nicole Kidman shines a light on domestic abuse. HBO's Big Little Lies scooped up 5 trophies, including Best Limited Series and Best Actress for Kidman. The Oscar winner tearfully called attention to domestic abuse, which her character, a long-suffering housewife, grapples within the drama. Addressing her daughters, Kidman said, "I want them to know sometimes when you're acting you get a chance to bring a bigger message. And this is their contribution and your contribution. We shone a light on domestic abuse. It is a complicated, insidious disease," she continued. "It exists far more than we allow ourselves to know. It is filled with shame and secrecy. And by you acknowledging me with this award, it shines a light on it even more." Emmy winners including Donald Glover and Tatiana Maslany took swipes at the president, as did host former White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer, who made a surprise appearance during Colbert's opening monologue. "This will be the largest audience to witness an Emmys, period," Spicer said, poking fun at his very real claims about the crowd size of Trump's inauguration and drawing ire on Twitter for doing so. "However you feel about the president, and you do feel about the president, you can't deny that every show was influenced by Donald Trump in some way," Colbert added. "All the late-night shows, obviously. House of Cards, the new season of American Horror Story, and of course next year's Latin Grammys, hosted by Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Muy caliente."